In a small village nestled between gentle hills and winding streams, there lived a potter named Harun, whose hands had shaped countless vessels from the earth's clay, each one carrying whispers of the artisan's heart and mind. Harun worked in a modest workshop where the warmth of the kiln blended with the coolness of the surrounding forest, creating a sanctuary that was as much a part of him as his own skin. Day after day, he would gently mold the clay, coaxing it into shapes that seemed to dance with life, and week after week, villagers would visit him, seeking his artistry for their homes, their prayers, and their celebrations, for they believed each piece carried a soul. Yet it was not the everyday pieces that consumed Harun's thoughts. Instead, there was one particular creation that dwelled in the recesses of his mind, an idea he had long carried within, as if it were a silent promise, a testament of all he wished to articulate through his craft. Over months, he had slowly crafted this vision into reality, kneading the clay with a tenderness that echoed a lover's caress, shaping and reshaping it with meticulous care as he sought to capture not just a form, but a truth, as elusive as morning mist dissipating beneath the sun. Finally, the day arrived when Harun placed the piece into the kiln. With a mixture of hope and apprehension weaving through his fingers, like threads, and he waited, the hours stretching before him, until the kiln cooled, and the time came to unveil what he had wrought. As he opened the kiln door and peered inside, his breath paused, only to find his creation marked by a thin, delicate fracture, running its length from top to base, as if the piece itself held a story untold. A silence fell about the workshop, profound and unyielding, as Harun stood there contemplating the crack that now marked his hopes, his vision fractured yet undeniable. He sat with the piece, tracing the line of the crack, its presence commanding his thoughts, and he pondered whether the essence he had sought was now lost to him. Or perhaps, he wondered, woven into the fabric of imperfection itself. That evening, as the sun dipped below the horizon and transformed the sky into hues of amber and rose, a traveler passed by his workshop, drawn by the soft illumination emanating from within and the quiet presence of the potter. The traveler, a woman whose journeys had taken her across many lands and stories, asked Harun about the piece. "Is this one of those you consider your finest?" she inquired gently, her eyes tracing the fault line. Harun hesitated, his gaze lingering on the work before him, and then he said, with a voice subdued, yet she filled with a new kind of understanding, "It is a piece I thought would hold perfection, yet it holds this instead." He gestured to the crack, his voice carrying an acceptance that had come unexpected, like a leaf floating down to join its kin on the forest floor. The traveler, nodding as if in recognition of something deep within her own journey, smiled kindly, and with words that were softer than the night's breeze, remarked, "There are some stories that find their truth in the spaces others do not see." Harun listened, and as her words settled around him like a cloak, he realized that perhaps his creation, with its singular flaw, was not less for what it revealed, but more for how it connected one soul to another. And so, the piece remained in the workshop, a symbol not of the potter's error, but of life's quiet insistence to be whole, even when broken. And each day, as Harun walked past it, he felt a calm understanding stir within, whispering that the beauty of a masterpiece was never in its perfection, but instead in the heart it touched, cracked as it might be,